Hello, everyone, and I'd like to welcome you all to another chapter of the JavaScript Beginners Tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 12, where we'll be learning about the conditional statement. So over here, we will learn about the if statement, we will learn about the else statement, and also we will learn about the if-else ladder, where we're going to use the else if statement as well. So let's not waste much time and let's get started. So on my screen, as you guys can see that over here, basically I already have commented out all of these things. And now let's comment this one out as well. Let me number this one as 8 and we're gonna learn about conditional statements. So over here, we are going to learn about the conditional statements. And over here now, if you guys have remembered that when we were learning about operators, we do have learned about these comparative operators over here. Okay, like how you will be able to compare between operators. So if I just show you guys an example, you guys will understand about this in a better way. So the first thing over here inside the conditional statement is that we will be able to use the if and the else statement. Okay. So now let's name this one as if else statement. And if you just come right over here, now first you guys can just mention if, and once you have mentioned if, now you guys can just provide the condition which you want it to follow. Okay, so let's come here, let's open parenthesis over here, and now let me just put out a value. Okay, so for that, let's say I will come over here, and now I want to say I want to name this one as age. Okay. And also I want to use the comparative statement. Let's say I will put less than 3. Okay. And over here now, let's provide a value for age. Okay. Let's go with age is equal to 5. Okay, so if I put age is equal to 5 and in my if statement, I do have mentioned the condition that if age is uh, less than 3, so I will come here and let's open this parenthesis. Okay, so as I do have opened up the parenthesis over here, now I do have to provide the condition. Let's come here, let's come over here on top. Let's click on enter, and over here now let's type console dot log. Let's open parenthesis, let's open the double quote, and I will tell that your age is more than 3. Okay, your age is more than 3 years. Like whatever string you want to put inside, you guys can basically put those things right over here as well. Okay. So over here, as you guys can see, I do have already mentioned this, but over here, I need to make sure that I mention this one as a var, okay, or a variable. So over here, you guys can see the name of my variable is age and the value is equal to 5. So over here, I'm telling that, well, if 5 is less than 3, okay, so in that case I want it to print that. Or now let's say if I will just put greater than sign. Okay, so if 5 is greater than 3, then I want you to print that your age is more than 3 years. Okay, so now if I come here, let's go Control S to save it. Let's come over here, and here, as this particular statement is true, as 5 is greater than 3, it's printing your age is more than 3 years. But here, if I just come and if I just put 2 as the answer, and now if I just go here in my live server, you guys can see that it is not printing anything for me. Okay, because here comes the play of using the else statement. Okay, so over here I do have mentioned, well, if the statement is true, I want you to print your age is more than 3 years. But I didn't mention that, well, if my age is less, or if the statement is false over here, what do I want to print? So I will just come here, let's click on enter, and I will just type else. Let's open up the curly bracket, and after coming right over here under the else statement, I will just type console dot log. Let's open parenthesis, and I will just open double quote, you are not more than, or I will just type you are not even 3 years old. Okay, so over here now I do have answer if this particular statement is true or false. Okay, so now if I come here, and now if I just try to print, last time we do have seen that the statement over here, I didn't have any answer. But now if I just click on Control S, and if I just go to my live server, here you guys can see now it's written you are not even 3 years old. Okay, so over here, as the value of the variable age is equal to 2, it is showing that, well, this particular statement is false. So first it's checking the if condition. So well, as this is false, I won't be able to print this one. But here now I do have else statement. So as the else statement is true, here it's typing that you are not even 3 years old. Okay, so this is how you guys can actually use the if and the else statement over here. Okay, so this was one part, and the next part under the conditional statement we're gonna learn is about the if else ladder. Okay, so over here now let's come here, let's comment this out, and I will just name this one as if else ladder. Okay, so once you're over here, let's come down, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here, and I'm going to mark all of this. Okay, and I'm going to comment all of this out. Okay, control slash, and I'm just commenting out each and everything right over here. So now from here, what I'm gonna do is, again, let's just create up a variable. Let's say I will just name this variable as age itself, and over here now I will just put the value equals to 7. Okay, so I will just put var age equal to 7. So inside this if else ladder, you are going to use the if statement, you're going to use the else statement, and also you are going to use the else if statement as well. Okay, so as you have mentioned the variable, so now you do have to mention the condition. Okay, so over here now I will just type if, let's open parenthesis, age is greater than or equals to, okay, let's say I will just type greater than and equal to 5, or let's go with 18, Then over here, now let's open up this curly bracket. Let's click on enter. And over here, I will just type console dot log. Let's open parenthesis right over here. Let's open the double quote and I will just type you are a kid. Okay. So here, if the age is, let's say, less than, okay. So I will just come here. I will just put the less than sign over here. And as you guys can see now, the first condition is if the age is less than and equal to 18, then I will just print that you are a kid. But over here now, you need to think, well, if the age or here, if the variable age, if I put 18 over here, what it should print. Okay, so now let's come over here and let's type else if. Okay, so I will just type the else if statement and let's open parenthesis right over here. And I want to mention the condition again. Let's go with age. And as I do want to compare, let's give double equal to 18. And now let's open up the curly bracket. Let's click on enter. And I want to say console dot log. Let's open parenthesis right over here. And I will just type you just turned 18. Okay. So over here, as you guys can see, in the else if statement, I have mentioned that, well, only in the case that I do have the age or the variable as 18, it's going to print you just turned 18 over here. Otherwise, let's come here. Let me just remove the equal to sign. And now let's come down over here. Now I am going to use the else statement. Okay. So under the else statement, let's come over here. Let's open up the curly bracket. Let's click on enter. I will just type console dot log. Let's open parenthesis. Let's open the double quote. I will just type you are above 18. Okay. So as you guys can see over here, now I do have three conditions. So the first condition is that I'm telling, well, if here in the age variable, it shows that the age is less than 18, I want you to print that you are a kid. And only if here the condition it shows that 18, you will print you just turned 18. And if both of the statement are false, automatically it will understand that, well, the value is above 18, so it will print that you are above 18. So here you guys can add multiple else if statement over here. Okay, you guys can basically add multiple else if statement. So now over here, as you guys can see, now I do have the value as age 7. So now if I just go to my server here, it shows that you are a kid. So if I just come over here and if I just turn this value to 18, Control S, let's come over here. Here it shows me that you just turned 18. But now if I just come here and if I change the value to 22, Control S to save it. Let's go to my live server and here it shows me that you are above 18. Okay. So this is how if else ladder works inside the JavaScript. Okay. So I hope you guys to have understood. So first you have to make sure that you type the if statement, then you define your condition. If you want to put more condition inside one programming, you guys can use the else if statement. If the else if statement and the if statement are false, automatically you guys can put the else statement and whatever will be printed over here, it will just print it under your console according to your command. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, Take care and goodbye everyone.